Thank you for joining us as we celebrate those who served and who have served in the armed forces. We ask that you remain in your places for the whole service, practice social distancing, and keep your masks in place. Please rise if you are able. We will begin with the presenting of colors led by the American Legion Post 190, Donald W. Gleason of Delhi, New York, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem as performed on October 5th, 2020 at 5 p.m.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty, and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
When Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner almost 200 years ago, he called America the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Those words are as true today as they were then.
Throughout this nation's history, America's Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and National Guard have bravely answered the call to defend our freedom,
To aid our friends and allies, and to turn back aggressors.
We can never fully repay our debt of gratitude to the more than 650,000 American service members who died in battle,
or the 1.4 million who were wounded.
We can, however, recognize and thank the 25 million veterans still living today.
These words are inscribed on the Korean War Memorial in Washington, D.C.
Our nations honor her sons and daughters who answered the call to defend a country they never knew and people they never met.
Those words apply equally to many of our World War I, World War II,
Vietnam War, and Gulf War veterans as well.
They apply to today's active duty service members, tomorrow's veterans who are helping to maintain peace throughout the world.
Today is our privilege to say thank you to all American veterans who picked up the flag.
To let them know that we appreciate them for their service and honor them for their sacrifice.
The price of freedom is high. We cannot afford to forget those willing to pay it.
Today we celebrate America's veterans for keeping the nation, the land of the free and the home of the brave. I will take up the flag.
I will carry Old Glory with pride.
I will wave the red, white, and blue.
Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today?
We fly the flag for children whose parent is a name, a half-remembered memory on the face inside a frame. We fly it for the families of sons and daughters lost. We know the price of liberty, how terrible the cost.
Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today?
We fly the flag for veterans who lost their youth and blood. They watch their bodies vanish in the smoke and in the mud. We fly it for the ones who marched in cadence off to war, to close their eyes forever upon some foreign shore.
Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today?
We fly the flag to heal the world in times of hate and rage, a laying on of hands to heal the problems of the age. We fly it for the sound of taps, that melancholy tune, that lays to rest all honored dead who always died too soon. They've always died too soon.
Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today?
We fly it for our neighbors to show that love comes first, to call upon us all to bring our best and not our worst. We fly it for the freedoms that each of us can claim, that let us be who we truly are so we never hide again. Freedoms we can each claim as a U.S. citizen, where every life matters and no one's left behind. Freedoms we can each claim as a U.S. citizen, where every life matters and no one's left behind.
Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag today? Why do we fly the flag?
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all people are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I want to begin today by recognizing all those among us who have been a part of the great brotherhood and sisterhood we call the U.S. military. Our veterans, active duty service members, guardsmen, and reservists, it is your service and sacrifice that has kept our country safe and free. Though our program, we will be recognizing many of the men and women affiliated with SUNY Del High and their service. No matter which branch you served in, whatever your job path or how many years you served, raising your hand and committing yourself to service in the military was a brave and selfless act, one that resulted in few guarantees of where you would be assigned, whether and where you might deploy, and in some cases, if you will return home in one piece or at all. Thank you for those who served and those who continue to serve today. America can sleep peacefully at night. Military men and women know the risk, but they accept them in many cases so that others won't have to.
Thank you. Greetings, everyone. I'm David Brower, Dean of the School of Business and Hospitality Management. I'm joined by my great colleagues from the Hospitality Department today, and we wanted to say,
Thank you for your service.
I stand as on a battleground I dream. The air is thick with death. The final man takes no breath. Who stands in the gaudy dying, holding the crucial weapon? What is his skin? What is the color of the death of him? Whose skin is sheathed? What Damascene? Whose red essence in this black mold? What is the skin of the hand that holds? Who is the heart that beats its color? Whose is the blood that springs in flower? Whose flower won whose red flower?
Hello, my name is Eddie Acosta. I will be reading Wounded Warriors by Deborah Johnson. When the young and innocent sign up to defend freedom with pride, knowing the possible sacrifice, causing fearful questions deep inside, yet still defending freedom without regard to cost, against those enemies filled with evil, killing the weak and lost. Narcissists doing whatever it takes from high in their ivory tower. Evil spirits enjoying the battle, using pain and suffering to gain power. Onward go the soldiers who stand for justice and equal rights for all, fighting a war of flesh and blood, standing up for the weak and small. Generation after generation, father, mother, daughter, and son serve sacrificially and give of their life. Their service in this life is done. Thousands of others come home wounded, some more severely spoken. Warriors come home with severed limbs, hearts, and minds wounded and broken. Experiencing travesties no one should see that cannot be unseen. God give us love, wisdom, and compassion for the Air Force, Army, Navy, Marine, Coast Guard, SEALs, and everyone it takes for us to be happy and free. Let us never forget those among us who gave up their lives for me. God bless America.
Our country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I say. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. Country, the land of the noble free, thy name I love, America. I love the rocks and rills, thy woods and templed hills, my heart with rapture thrills, like that above. I love the rocks and rills, thy woods and templed hills, my heart with rapture thrills, like that above. America, the home of the brave and the land of the free. America, the home of the brave and the land of the free. Let music swell the breeze and rain from all the trees. Sweet, sweet freedom song. Let mortal tongues awake, let all that breathe partake, let rocks their silence break, the song of freedom. Let mortal tongues awake, let all that breathe partake, let rocks their silence break, this song of freedom. Hear us sing, let freedom ring, America, America. Hear us sing, let freedom ring, America. Home of the brave, land of the free, America, for you and me. Home of the brave, land of the free, America, for you and me. We are America. A place for you, a place for me. We are America.
I was a Minuteman at Concord Bridge. I was a frigate gunner on Lake Erie. I was a mortarman at Stony Ridge. I fought at San Juan Hill and Chateau Thierry. I braved Corregidor in the Arctic Sea. The index finger brings democracy. These states bred freedom in and in my bone. old as the New Testament of Plymouth Bay. When the Founding Fathers laid the cornerstone and rued the 13 clocks that would not say the hour on the hour, I nerved myself with them under the noose in the hand of the tyrant's whim. I've seen the alien ships of destiny plow the sea mountains between hemispheres. I've seen the Gulf Stream of art history littered with derelicts of corsair careers. I've heard the watchmen cry, the bars, when midnight held the funeral of stars. I saw horizontal states grow vertical, from Plymouth Harbor to the Golden Gate, till wedged against skyscapes imperial, their glories elbowed the decrees of fate. These states bred freedom in and in my bone. I hymn their virtues and their sins atone. The tares and wheat grow in the self-same field, to the rose and thorn companion on the bush, the gold and gravel cuddle in the yield, the oil and grit and dirt gush together. The Gordian not to be or not to be snares not the free. My faith props the tomorrows, for I know the roots of liberty, tough-fibered, feed on the blood of tyrants and martyrs. The Judas blow tortures the branches till they twist and bleed, and yet no Caesar, vitamined on loot, can liberty uproot. I am the unknown soldier. I open doors. To the rights of man, letters incarnadine. These shrines of freedom are mine as well as yours. These ashes of freemen, yours as well as mine. My troubled ghost shall haunt these states nor cease, till the global war becomes a global peace.
As we close today's ceremony, we ask that you rise if you are able for the retiring of the colors. We will take a moment of silence in honor of all those who serve and have served in the armed forces, followed by the traditional playing of taps. We hope you enjoyed today's program, and we ask that you wait until the colors have fully retired before continuing on with your day.